And we are back again with another video here in the channel. So, this is going to be the post-game thoughts for the Ravens-Bengals game. Thursday night football game that most of us saw already. It's been already 2 days since that happened. So, the Ravens improved to 8-3 with a 34-20 win against the Bengals, sweeping the season series against them and increasing that AFC North lead. And the Bengals dropping to 5-5 with their playoff hopes not looking good at this point. We might have ended their season right there. So first off, we're going to talk about the injuries. The major ones first. Mark Andrews got hurt. He left the game after the first drive. It looks like he's going to be out for the season. That is very, very unfortunate. On the Bengals, Joe Burrow, he got in. He aggravated a wrist injury or whatever the hell it was. But he was wearing something before the game, so it was not like it was nothing new. So yeah, speedy recovery to them is all I'm gonna say. So about the minor ones, Lamar, he got injured. He's hitting the game, ankle injury. We're going to talk about it later. Odell, he got a shoulder injury. We don't really know the status of it for now, but we're definitely going to know more later on. So, let's start with this game. First thing I'm going to say, right? First things I'm going to say. There's no excuses. There's no excuses for the Bengals. None. Like, don't come with me with any of these excuses. Last time I checked, when we were much worse in injury, way more injured than you, and you guys were fully healthy, which you guys were more healthy than us in this game even. You were saying to line up. There's no excuses. Now we beat you, and you people want to moan for that. No, you can't moan. We do not want to hear you. We really do not want to hear you. And I'm speaking for every Ravens fan right now. There was no excuses. Like you established, there's no excuses. So miss us with that shit. Beat it. And either way, you people were more injured. You people were less injured than we were coming into this game. We didn't have Stanley. We didn't have Humphrey. You guys didn't have T. Higgins. And then we lost Mark Andrews. You guys lost Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow played longer than Mark Andrews. Joe Burrow at least played 2 quarters, and he was shut down. Yes, he threw a touchdown pass, but that's 1 touchdown pass. He wasn't good. We were disruptive regardless of quarterback, and you guys wouldn't have won at all. It would have been a closer game, but we were blowing you guys out, and we were missing guys. And you guys were not missing that many guys to begin with. You still had one of the best receiver cores in the league. So quit with that BS. You guys are hypocrites. We're playing by your rules. Don't bitch and moan. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, after these past 2 years, all you needed was a 99-yard fumble return TD to beat us in the playoffs last year, and to beat Tyler Huntley, I might add. Beat Tyler Huntley. Like, come on, man. And then you fans are still out there talking shit, bro. Like, no, shut up. You were never, and You never had bragging rights to begin with, and you still don't right now. Like, dude. And then you're gonna have like, bro, you fans and the fans and players of the Bengals never shut up, do they? You have Jermaine Pratt going out there and being like, "Oh, Lamar only looked good because 9 got hurt." No, because Joe Burrow does not play safety. He does not play defense. Your defense was healthy. It was. We were missing our best tackle and our best weapon. Come on, man. And we still cooked you. We still cooked you. Like, piss off with that shit. Anyways, big win. Big win. Again, I'm going to go on a separate rant here. Again, like, I've seen people try and call Ravens fans and Roquan Smith no class. Shut up. Like, that's like, what does fans screaming F Joe Burrow have to do with his injury? Put his injury aside. Joe Burrow's not a very likable person. That's all I'm gonna say. He's not a very likable person. Like, he's not a very likable person. He has a similar racist history as Josh Allen, but we talk about Josh Allen's more. But we don't talk about him because he's a golden boy. He's a golden boy of the media, so he doesn't get scrutinized for anything wrong he does, which there's a lot of wrong in just being a bigot. Like these tweets. I don't care if they're 20 years old. I don't care if they're 50 years old. People will choose to talk about others, but not his. Keep the same energy. But dude, like, again, it's again another attempt of making Roquan Smith look like a villain. It's another attempt of making him look like a villain. Well, a villain in a bad way, right? This is what I'm going to say. A villain in a bad way. An evil person. You go out there, post an 8-second clip. Out of context clip. It didn't even look even bad. Close to what they said it was. They basically said he wished Joe Burrow got injured. He wished him injury. Which the opposite happened. The opposite was he didn't wish him injury. He wished him recovery. But hey, again, another attempt. And those who fell for it, you're ass stupid. It was not hard. Like, you have had to done it on purpose. To really say that, to really believe what guys like ML Football and Dove Kleeman on Twitter have to say, quoted on, like, come on, man. Come on. Do better. And I'm very convinced you did it on purpose. Because there is no way that was not detectable. An interview does not last 8 seconds. They last minutes, not seconds. So it should have been clear that, hey, the media is trying to paint a narrative on Roquan Smith. Once again, this is the second time it happens this year. It happened in year 4 against the Browns before the game, where he said something. He said one thing and then was taken as something completely different. Like, come on, man. Like, it's really getting ridiculous at this point. And people will go and say, oh, cheering for injuries isn't right, but then defend what Logan Wilson did. Logan Wilson's a dirty player. Do not get me wrong. Do not sugarcoat it. Do not try and tell anybody otherwise. We have not seen... there has been no other Bengals player besides Logan Wilson who causes these injuries. Like, no... All our past injuries... All our injuries this year against the Bengals, he has been part of it. Like, come on, man. Come on. This is the second week 2. He body slammed OBJ. 2 days ago, he goes ahead and then he puts all his weight on his shoulder. Like, it's not necessary. And after that, you have the whole Andrews thing, and then you have the Lamar thing where he rolls his ankle and then puts his weight on it, falls on it. When the play is blown, it's dead. He was going out of bounds. He was out of bounds, basically. He was down, out of bounds. But come on, man. Don't defend him. Don't defend him. He's a dirty player. He's a dirty player. He's a shitty person as well. He called Lamar a running back 2 years ago. He's a shitty person. Okay? He's a shitty person. He injures players, and you know he's a bigot. So, come on. Like, but anyways, despite all this, we won the game. This is exactly what matters. Hey man, Bengals fans, go ahead and cry. Like, we will not listen to anything you have to say. Joe Burrow will not have won this game for you. Him and the lingering injury, the atmosphere in this stadium, it's the loudest we would have ever heard this stadium, ever, and we could feel it on the stream. How many pre-snap penalties have they had simply because they couldn't communicate at all? And teams, if it's loud, they have to go silent count. Even they couldn't even do that. And even if they did, defenses pick up very easily on that. So it's, again, the fans came. You should have known it was over when they were. Every fan was in all black in the stadium. You know, we were standing on business. That simple. Defensively, I'm going to put a few notes on the game. Defensively, defense played fine. Defense played fine. Besides 2 drives where the defense looked lost. That's what I'm going to say. The defense looked very, very lost in 2 drives in this entire game. And yeah, that run defense needs to tighten up. I don't know if it's because we're tired. No clue. But yeah, it needs to get better. Because we are letting up a lot of plays down the middle these past 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. We need to do better. Besides that, Brent Stevens, main leader of the secondary for this game. He's been locking down Jamar Chase. The Ravens, we didn't have Marlon Humphrey for either game against the Bengals, and we've held them to nothing, absolutely nothing. You'll love to see it. He only had 1 touchdown in these 2 games, and that was a garbage time touchdown. But yeah, hopefully we can get one last one before the bye. But we still have some time to rest. We still have some time to rest before the Chargers primetime game. So yeah, with Marlon Humphrey last year, he locked down Chase. Without Marlon, we locked down Chase. We've had Mike McDonald has had the Bengals offense number these past 2 seasons as a DC. He did. Because really, most of their points are really garbage time. We've had success throughout the whole game. We've held them to under 20 points every time. Under 20 points. Yeah, so defensively, like I said, fine. Things to work on. Offensively was when we really started heating up. All right? Mark Andrews getting hurt may give us the opportunity to throw the ball to our other weapons. And it really showed. We got all our other receivers involved since he got hurt. Likely still going to need to step up, but he's been playing better. His best games have been when he was a tight end 1. So let's see how this holds. Likely in Kolar, we're probably going to have to rely on these two for the playoffs. But Odell showed out. He had an 100-yard game, first 100-yard game since the 2021 NFC Championship game. He's really back, man. He's really back. He's looked better. He's looked better, faster every single week since that ankle injury he suffered in week 2. So yeah, it's a great thing to see. It's a great thing to see from Odell. Rashad Bateman, he's been coming together these past 3 weeks. These past 3-4 weeks. Instead of him being second, the third, fourth read, I would love to see him be the first read more. But hey, I could live with it. If he goes, he's going to be effective like that. He got his first touchdown as well. Elite celebration as well. That receiver room is coming together. It's coming together, and it seems to be all at the same time. Zay Flowers had a big touchdown that got waved off of a phantom holding call. That was just not holding at all. But he had a good game too. He had his disgusting plays. He almost had another sideline TD off of a crazy play by Lamar. He just evaded pressure. I mean, that was crazy. If that was a touchdown, it would have been contention for play of the year. But yeah, offensive line, we did fine. Pass block wise, we're still trash. I mean, it's still not good. Let's not kid ourselves. I know they made graphics on Patrick McCary shutting down Trey Henderson, but nah, stop trying to make him look good. But one last thing before we close out, right? One last thing. I'm done talking about the offense. Offense played well. It really picked up as the game went. You'll have to see it. Gus Edwards running the ball well. Keenan Mitchell having some good plays as well. But yeah, overall good game. But one last thing I'm going to close out on is how the media is still very hypocritical about this Lamar and Burrow injury history thing. Because with Lamar, they don't pray for him to get better. They go, build up a whole graphic, make a segment about the games he missed in the past 2 years, which was only 10, and Burrow's going to end up missing. He's on pace to miss as many games as Carson Wentz did in 7 years. And Burrow, they just try and go, oh, pray for him. But there is no narratives coming in. And if that was the case, that would have come natural. But Lamar is very unnatural. It's just forced because he got injured twice. Burrow got injured twice too. Missed more games. But you won't hear them say anything about it. But Lamar, it's 12-minute segments. It's a whole graphic. It's all that. You don't even care about his well-being either. It's like, somehow my agenda was right. Somehow I'm right. There's someone to try and take a win off of it. But yeah, they're just full of shit. That's all I'm gonna say. They're just full of it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Click the like button. Comment down below your thoughts. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.